Welcome back to my channel Knowledge Chronicle.
Have you ever wondered what happens to all the dirty water that leaves your home? The water from your bathroom, kitchen sink and toilet, where does it go? Can we just throw it into rivers and forget about it? What if I told you that tiny microbes, yes, living microscopic organisms, are the heroes that clean this dirty water for us every single day? Welcome back to Knowledge Chronicle, where today we dive deep into the hidden world of sewage treatment and the incredible role of microbes in keeping our environment clean and safe. What is sewage? Let's start from the beginning. Every day, cities and towns across the world generate huge amounts of wastewater. This includes water from homes, offices, industries, and public places. One major component of this wastewater is human excreta. Yes, our body waste. This mixture of water and waste is called sewage or municipal wastewater. It contains aorganic matter, things like food particles, excreta, oils, and detergents. B. Pathogenic microbes. These are harmful microorganisms like bacteria, viruses, and parasites. C. Toxic substances, especially from industries and factories. If we discharge this sewage directly into rivers or lakes without treatment, it leads to serious water pollution, kills aquatic life, and spreads waterborne diseases like cholera, dysentery, and typhoid. So how do we treat it? With the help of nature's tiny warriors, microbes, through a process done in sewage treatment plants or STPs. Primary treatment. The first cleanup. The treatment of sewage happens in two main stages: primary treatment and secondary treatment. Primary treatment is all about physical removal of solid particles. Think of it like the first round of cleaning before the real microbial action begins. This stage involves two important processes. First up is filtration. All floating debris like plastic wrappers, leaves, cloth, and stuff like that is removed using large mesh filters. The second process is called sedimentation. Here, heavier particles like sand, soil, and small stones are allowed to settle at the bottom of the tank. The solids that settle form a layer at the bottom called primary sludge, and the clear water above is called effluent. This effluent is then sent for the next stage of cleaning, which is biological or secondary treatment. Secondary treatment, the microbial magic. This is where the real magic begins, and it's performed by heterotrophic microbes. The primary effluent is passed into large tanks called aeration tanks, where air is pumped continuously and the mixture is agitated. Why? Because oxygen helps aerobic bacteria and fungi grow rapidly. These microbes stick together to form flocks, mesh-like clumps of bacteria and fungal filaments. These flocks feed on the organic matter in the effluent and break it down into simpler, less harmful substances. This reduces something called BOD, or biochemical oxygen demand. Okay, so let's understand this term. BOD stands for the amount of oxygen required by microbes to decompose organic matter in water. Basically, the higher the BOD, the more polluted the water is. For example, untreated sewage has a really high BOD, usually around 300 to 400 milligrams per liter. But after treatment, it can be reduced to less than 30 milligrams per liter, making it safe to release. Once the BOD is sufficiently reduced, the mixture is moved to another tank, where the flocks settle at the bottom, forming what is called activated sludge. So, what happens to activated sludge? Well, the activated sludge actually has two uses. First, a small portion is sent back into the aeration tank as inoculum. That's basically a fresh batch of microbes to kickstart the next cycle. Now, the major portion is sent to a large tank called an anaerobic sludge digester. In this tank, anaerobic bacteria, those that thrive without oxygen, begin to digest the sludge even further. These bacteria feed on the dead microbes and other organic matter present in the sludge. So, the result? A mixture of gases is released: methane, carbon dioxide, and hydrogen sulfide. This mixture is called biogas. And it's not just any gas. It's actually inflammable and can be used as a source of renewable energy for cooking, heating, or even generating electricity. After this step, the clear water from the secondary treatment is, discharged into natural water bodies like rivers and streams. So why is microbial treatment so important? Well, what did we actually learn here? First, microbes clean millions of liters of wastewater every single day. Second, they reduce pollution and help prevent deadly diseases. And finally, they even generate useful energy in the form of biogas. Pretty amazing, right? This process has actually been used all over the world for more than 100 years. And honestly, no advanced technology has matched the efficiency and eco-friendliness of microbial treatment yet. But here's the harsh truth. Due to rapid urbanization, sewage is increasing fast, but the number of treatment plants hasn't kept up. This means a large amount of untreated sewage is still being dumped into rivers like the Ganga and Yamuna. That's why the Indian government has launched the Ganga Action Plan and Yamuna Action Plan to build more sewage treatment plants and clean our rivers. And if you ever get a chance, do visit a sewage treatment plant near your city. Seeing it in action is both eye-opening and honestly, kind of inspiring. Microbes may be tiny, but their role in saving our environment is huge. Next time you open a tap or flush a toilet, remember, there's an entire microbial army working silently to clean that water for you and the planet. Your one like, share and subscribe will help us create more valuable content. Stay curious, stay informed with Knowledge Chronicle.